Let us discuss the inter-turn overvoltage test, also known as the overvoltage inter-turn test on a current transformer. This test checks the insulation health between adjacent turns of the secondary winding of a current transformer. As per IS 2705, there are two simple methods to perform this test. One is by injecting current through the primary, and the other is by injecting current directly into the secondary winding. Both methods are equally valid for the test results, but the second method, that is the secondary injection method, is more popular among manufacturers. Now, let us understand the first method. In this method, we connect a variac across the primary terminals P1 and P2 of the current transformer as shown. An ammeter is connected in series with the variac to measure the injected primary current. A voltmeter is connected across the secondary winding to measure the induced voltage. Now, by varying the input voltage of the variac, we increase the primary current up to the rated primary current of the CT. At rated current, we observe the voltage induced across the secondary winding. We hold this condition for 1 minute and observe whether there is any breakdown or not. If there is any short circuit between adjacent turns in the secondary winding, the induced voltage will collapse or it will not rise properly even after injecting the rated primary current. Now, let us move to the second method. In this method, we inject current directly into the secondary winding while keeping the primary winding open circuited. Here, instead of primary current, we inject the rated secondary current by varying the voltage using the variac. At rated secondary current, we hold the condition for 1 minute and observe whether there is any voltage collapse or not. In this method, a separate voltmeter is not required across the secondary winding because the applied voltage can be directly read from the variac. Now, one important point to note. In both methods, if the secondary voltage reaches 4.5 kV before the rated current is achieved, we must stop increasing the current at that point. Then we hold the test for 1 minute and observe whether the voltage sustains or not. So, in simple words, we either apply the rated current or apply the current at which the secondary voltage reaches 4.5 kV. Whichever occurs first, we stop there and continue the test. This is something very important to remember. The 4.5 kV mentioned as the limiting value of the secondary winding during the inter-turn overvoltage withstand test is actually the peak value of the voltage, not the RMS value as specified in IS 2705 Part 1, 1992. Also, one more important point. During this test, all the secondary windings are kept open circuited. Another important point. If the current transformer has an extended current rating, then instead of the normal rated current, we must apply the extended rated current. That means, in method 1, apply the extended primary current. In method 2, apply the corresponding extended secondary current. I hope you got a clear idea. Again, I am telling that this test is mainly used to check the insulation strength between adjacent turns of the secondary winding of a current transformer. If you want to watch more such videos on typical testing procedures of current transformers and other electrical equipment used in substations and transmission lines, please share your suggestions in the comments. We will definitely create those videos for you.